Hi friends, good morning. Today let us see some miscellaneous problems in clocks chapter. And today's first problem is, how many times the hands of a clock coincide in a day? Coinciding means the position of hands at 12 o'clock. The position of hands at 12 o'clock is called coinciding position. This coinciding position happens 22 times in a day. See, in every 1 hour gap, hands will coincide normally. So accordingly, hands have to coincide 24 times in a day. But here is small limitation, small exception is there. Between 11 and 12, hands will not coincide. And in the same way, between 12 and 1, hands will not coincide. So, in the remaining 10 gaps, hands will coincide. That is 10 times. Plus, at 12 o'clock, hands will coincide. Total 11 times. Daytime 11 times plus nighttime 11 times. 11 plus 11, 22 times. 22 times, hands will coincide in a day. That is first thing. And second thing, how many times the hands will come to a straight line position? How many times hands will come to a straight line position? Straight line position means the position of hands at 6 o'clock. The position of hands at 6 o'clock is called straight line position. How many times hands will come to this position? How many times the hands of a clock come to this position? This is also 22 times in a day. Hands will come to a straight line position 22 times in a day. See, here the limitation is between 5 and 6. Hands will not come to this position. Again, between 6 and 7, hands will not come to this position. So, remaining 10 gaps, hands will come to a straight line position. Plus, at 6 o'clock, hands will come to a straight line position. Total 11 times. 11 during daytime and 11 during night time. 11 plus 11, 22 times, hands will come to a straight line position. In the same way, next point is, how many times hands will come to a perpendicular stage? How many times hands of a clock will come to a perpendicular position? Perpendicular position means, at 3 o'clock, the position of hands at 3 o'clock. At the position of hands at 3 o'clock, we call a perpendicular position. This position happens 44 times in a day. See how it is. See, between 2 and 3, hands will come to a perpendicular position only one time. At 3 o'clock, hands will come to a perpendicular stage, and between 3 and 4, hands will come to perpendicular position only once. In the same way, between 8 and 9, hands will come to a perpendicular position at one time, and at 9 o'clock, hands will come to perpendicular position. Between 9 and 10, hands will come to a perpendicular position. In the remaining 8 gaps, there are 4 gaps in the top side and 4 gaps in the bottom side. So, total 8 to 16, 16 plus 6, 22. 8 to 16 plus 6, 22 times during daytime and 22 times during night time. Total 44 times in a day. Hands will come to a perpendicular stage. Next, mirror image, friends. Mirror image. See, normally, how do you find a time in a mirror? How do you find a time in a mirror? See, you will get inverted images in a mirror. Left side appears, right side appears as if it is left side. So, if the time is 1 o'clock, the time is 1 o'clock, you find as it is as if it is 11 o'clock. So 1 appears as 11, 2 appears as 10, 3 appears as 9, 4 appears as 8, 5 o'clock appears as 7 o'clock. So if actual time is given, and image time, suppose the actual time is 2:30, the time in a clock is 2:30. How does it appear? How does it appear in a mirror? That is 12 minus 2:30. 12 minus 2:30. 12 minus 2:30. That is 9:30. So this 2:30 is actual time. This 2:30 is actual time, and this is image time or mirror time. Mirror time. So if actual time is given, then the mirror time is 12 minus 2:30, the 9:30. Or if mirror time is 9:30, then actual time is 12 minus 9:30. 12 minus 9:30, then you will get the actual time. So actual time or mirror time, 12 minus actual time is equal to mirror time, or 12 minus mirror time is equal to actual time. Okay friends, suppose time is 4:15. Actual time is 4:15. How do you see in a mirror? How does it appear in a mirror? So 12 minus 4:15, 60 minus 15, 45, 11 hours, 11 minus 7, 11 minus 4, 7. So the actual time is 4:15. Then the image time or mirror time is 7:45. That is one small point, friends. Keep this point in mind. A clock strikes 1 at 1 o'clock, twice at 2 o'clock, thrice at 3 o'clock, 4 times at 4 o'clock, and so on. And then what is the total number of strikings in a day? The total number of strikings in a day. So at 1 o'clock the clock strikes 1 time, at 2 o'clock the clock strikes 2 times, at 3 o'clock the clock strikes 3 times, and so on. So at 3 o'clock, at 12 o'clock the clock strikes 12 times, and again after 12, again 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus so on up to plus 12. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 12, plus again 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 12, and sum of these two things, this is 12 into 13 by 2, 78. This is also 78, and total 156 times, 156 strikings of the clock. This is also another small, simple, important question. A clock takes, this is another important problem, friends. A clock takes 22 seconds to strike for 11 strikings. A clock takes 22 seconds time. For 11 strikings, or to strike 11. It takes 22 seconds. Then what is the time taken to strike for 5 strikings? For 5 strikings. This is the problem. The clock takes 22 seconds to strike 11. And what time does it take to strike 5? Friends, 11 strikings, 22 seconds means actually that is the time taken for 10 intervals. 11 striking means 11 strikings. These are 11 strikings. See, 11 strikings means how many gaps are there, how many intervals are there? There are 10 intervals. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, this 22 seconds time is for 10 durations, 10 gaps. 10 gaps, 22 seconds means for one gap, 22 by 10, that is equal to 2.2 seconds. So, for one striking, for one gap, for one duration, for one gap, for one interval, the clock takes 2.2 seconds. So, now we want the time for 5 strikings. 5 striking means how many gaps will be there? 4 gaps will be there. One gap time 2.2 seconds. 4 gaps time 4 into 2.2, 8.8 seconds. 8.8 seconds is your answer, friends. So here you have to reduce 1. Here also you have to reduce 1. You have to take like this. 10 gaps, 22 seconds. You have to reduce by 1. Here also you have to reduce by 1. 10 gaps, 22 seconds. 4 gaps, how much? You have to take like this. 4 by 10 into 22, 88 by 10, that is equal to 8.8 seconds. This is one important problem, friends. Okay, friends, let us discuss some more problems in our next video. Have a nice day. Thank you.